So yeah, going to be just jumping right into it. My name is Gal, leading BD at deBridge, and going to explore how we're enabling high performance cross-chain interoperability for the Linea ecosystem. So yeah, if we look at jump back a bit, look at the whole interoperability space right now, classical bridges, they have some design flaws, mainly because they are based off the liquidity pool based model. And we identify this. So the three main pillars of inefficiencies we see are the capital efficiency aspect, where a user sees a theoretical maximum of what they'll receive, slippage eats into their funds, and they receive much less than they expected. And in order to compensate for that, they distribute liquidity mining incentives in time, and that significantly dilutes their native token. The other aspect is security. Not the most favorable model to have, few smart contracts holding multi-millions of dollars. These are basically honeypots, and we've seen many of these bridging incidents happen over time. Also, from a scalability perspective, if you try to exceed the size of the liquidity pool, it'll be very difficult to with a liquidity pool based model. So we're trying to take this paradigm shifting approach where we're taking this zero TVL approach. So we're not actually swapping between chains, we're trading between chains. So there's a maker on one chain creating a limit order, and then a taker on a destination chain. They're actually fulfilling the order, and they can be private market makers, MEV searchers, etc. And this is a much more favorable model because much more capitally efficient, because the user gets a guaranteed rate, liquidity can be rebalanced, and also liquidity only needs to touch a smart contract when an order needs to be fulfilled. So it's like liquidity on demand. Also zero TVL because the risk is taken off multi-million-dollar liquidity pools. So the attack surface layer is minimized. Also fast settlement because the takers, they're competing against each other for fulfillment. So that's why we have average settlement time of 10 seconds. And also more scalable because we're not capped to the size of a liquidity pool. And the cool thing is that we can actually tie an instruction to a cross-chain trade. And what this does is abstract the complexities of the trade and swap and move assets. So a user can be on Ethereum and in one click with their assets on Ethereum, buy an NFT on Linea or provide liquidity or place a perp trade. So and I think we really believe these kind of functionalities are required for mass adoption. So yeah, happy to keep in touch. I'll just jump right into the demo. Super excited to share. So yeah, this is our platform, already been live for quite a while. I'll do a trade let's do from BSC, USDC to Linea ETH. So I'll place the trade. It'll give me like a real-time price. And then, confirm trade. It shows up on my transaction history. As you can see, I've done trades from Polygon to BSC, Polygon to Linea, different. And it gives me the quote that I actually bought the ETH at relative to the USDC pair. And you can do it from, because it's and there we go. Already got fulfilled in a matter of seconds. So if we go here, we can see that we go to the fulfilled transaction, and you can see that I received exactly how much I requested by the taker. And yeah, that's basically deBridge and DLN.
Hi again, Gal. Thank you so much for your pitch. Like very smoothly on time.
You're 1 minute early. We were so caught off guard. We're like, quick, come
back. I get too into it sometimes,
Well, you did amazing.
I like it.
That
means you just have more time for questions.
Exactly. If you're still with us, yes, I'm bringing you back. Welcome back again. So, Gal, it's correct, right, that you are using native assets while you're bridging?
Yeah, so completely native, because when you need to route through a wrapped assets, there's an element of systemic risk to that. So it's better to have we're building essentially this peer-to-peer liquidity network where you can move any native asset on one chain to any native asset on another chain. And from a high level, because in DeFi right now, liquidity is fragmented. So we're trying to solve for this issue where it's difficult to move assets seamlessly between these isolated ecosystems. So yeah, we've essentially built this high performance solution that makes it extremely easy to move these assets and solves for the liquidity fragmentation.
Loud and clear. It's an important topic to actually tackle, and you guys are doing an amazing job. I'm wondering also, on behalf of our partners, our reputable VCs, imagine you have today the chance to actually co-work with one of our VCs. What is your project? What seeking? What are you open-minded for? Is it some type of advisory programs that at the moment deBridge could use? Are it mentorships, media outreach, funding? Like, what are your next milestones?
Yeah, it's quite a wide spectrum. So we're exploring potential funding routes. We're exploring supply, like liquidity. As we scale up, we will definitely need support on some liquidity because we're already receiving, some of the largest cross-chain orders, 6-7 figures orders consistently because people are noticing, these zero slippage, fast settlements, all these things. And also, yeah, really important for us to establish strong partnerships and relationships. So that's something we're also really looking for.
Thanks for clarifying. That are some big numbers, and also absolutely a no-brainer when using your initiative. Yeah. Susie, do we have any more questions coming up?
We do. We have one coming in, but they're just typing right now. So
stay tuned.
Just give it I could sing a song if you want me to.
Yeah. It's actually already in the chat, I see.
Perfect. Thank God to save you from my terrible singing. Okay. Coney is asking, hold on one second. How do you compare with other cross-chain solutions? What are your key competitive advantages? Is it cost, time, convenience, or any others?
Good question. So I'd say all three. It's really because we saw that the bottleneck was really the where price discovery is happening on chain, right? So instead, we took this different approach where price discovery is happening on chain, and when it needs to get fulfilled, it goes on chain. So yeah, we're taking the zero TVL approach instead, where it's really basically from a high level like an RFQ or an order book model instead. But the user experience is much more different. It looks the same as like a swap. Like it's a very familiar user experience. The only difference is, zero slippage, fast settlement, and really it almost feels like a centralized exchange experience, but on chain. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much for clarifying the question from Connie of L2 Iterative Ventures. Yeah, I believe we are through our questions. So you did a great job to highlight your initiative. Gail, thank you so much for your time and joining our event.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Wish you a great day. Goodbye.